To start Part A. Reading. Please read the sentences as you are instructed. Please read sentence 1. Now read sentence 2. Now please read sentence 3. Now read sentence 4. Now read sentence 5. Please read sentence 6. Now read sentence 7. Now read sentence 8. Part B. Repeat. Please repeat each sentence that you hear. For example, a voice says,
Leave town on the next train.
and you say,
Leave town on the next train.
The reason is not at all clear to me.
I'd like to order a chocolate cake for my sister's birthday. Antonio is a self-taught artist. Ask your teacher if there will be another exam.
We're looking for people who can work early mornings. When you've finished, click on the Done button.
This software may not be copied.
Your request can be dealt with in 1 to 3 days.
Although I didn't have any money, I went in and looked around.
If your computer doesn't have enough memory, the program will run slowly.
Where was this thing made? A group of all ages gathered to hear the jazz concert. Frank didn't seem to notice that everyone else had left. Please join us next spring for our annual conference in New York City.
Sheila often runs into her former friends at the gym.
Campsites are given on a first-come, first-served basis.
Part C. Questions. Now, please just give a simple answer to the questions. For example, A voice says,
Would you get water from a bottle or a newspaper?
and you say,
A bottle.
or,
From a bottle. The website is constantly updated. Does it have old or current information?
Is a deep question important or is it frivolous?
If you need to wake up at 6 in the morning, would you set an alarm or a trap?
Is gold usually valuable or worthless?
Robert is 6 years younger than Martha. She is 14. How old is Robert?
Do we wear shoes or gloves on our hands?
Would you use a match to burn paper or to cut it?
Does a mermaid have legs or a tail? Currently, Tom is unemployed. Is he working in a factory or reading the classified ads?
Tina is cold at night. Should she put a blanket or a bicycle on her bed?
What does a raw egg usually do if you drop it on the kitchen floor?
The backyard is fenced. Is it open or enclosed?
The Smiths' babysitter charges $5 an hour. If they go out for 4 hours, how much would they have to pay the babysitter?
Is honey sour or sweet? Are accountants more likely to use calculators or cupcakes for their job?
If you want to let in the sunlight, would you open the blinds or close them?
Who would you consult to design a new house? An athlete or an architect?
Would David's roof leak more on a sunny day or on a rainy day?
The practice is unheard of. Is it uncommon or well known?
Cheese is made from which dairy product?
The news is encouraging. Is it hopeful or negative? If something is flexible, is it more likely to bend or to break under pressure?
Was Dan punished or praised for breaking the record in the race?
If Ian's doctor tells him to lose some weight, should he eat less or eat more?
Part B. Sentence builds. Now please rearrange the word groups into a sentence. For example, a voice says,
Was reading. My mother. Her favorite magazine.
and you say,
My mother was reading her favorite magazine.
My. Smokes. Husband. Dangerous. Is considered. That old building. He doesn't like. In the rain. To go out. Started. The bushes. Blooming. I am sorry. Was stolen. That Sam's new truck. Hates. Crowded places. Tom. wanted us, Bob and his mother, to go with them. Denied. His wife. He was there. Why it is impossible to return your money. Please try to understand. Had bought the ring. Everyone wanted to know. Where Chris?
Part E. Story Retellings. You will hear 3 brief stories. Each story will be spoken once, followed by a beep. When you hear the beep, you will have 30 seconds to retell the story in English. Try to retell as much of the story as you can, including the situation, characters, actions, and ending. You will hear another beep at the end of the 30 seconds.
Every summer since they were young, the 2 brothers have gone camping with their father in the mountains. They always go to the same place, and each year they take a picture of themselves under the same tree next to a lake. They have more than 40 years of photos of the 3 of them there.
One day, a young woman was getting ready to walk to work. She put on her heavy coat and then put on her walking shoes. When she left her house, it was so cold that she could see her breath. Then she heard a very loud car horn. She realized it was her friend who had stopped to pick her up. She was very glad that she didn't have to walk when it was so cold out.
Monica was one of the most talented runners on the team. She was not only good at running, but she also loved doing it. She would get up early every morning and go for a long run before she went to school.
Part F. Open questions. You will hear 2 questions about family life or personal choices. Each question will be spoken twice, followed by a beep. When you hear the beep, you will have 40 seconds to answer the question. You will hear another beep at the end of the 40 seconds.
Is it best for family members to help children with schoolwork or to let children complete schoolwork alone without help? Please explain. Is it best for family members to help children with schoolwork or to let children complete schoolwork alone without help? Please explain. Describe an enjoyable activity that a family can do together. Choose an activity that is good for both children and adults. Describe an enjoyable activity that a family can do together. Choose an activity that is good for both children and adults.
This is the end of the test. If you wish, you may continue and answer the following questions about yourself. These questions will not affect your test results. If you do not want to answer the questions, just click Next.